The Arosa podcast is brought to you by Triumph Protective Coatings, which is a flooring company specializing in concrete polish, epoxy flooring systems, micro cement, and self leveling concrete. They speak Spanish and they offer awesome customer service. And you could reach them on Instagram, Triumph underscore coatings. Looking them up on Facebook, Triumph Protective Coatings. You can email them, triumphprotectivecoatings@gmail.com. You can call them or text them at 666-436-4702. And if you use promo code ARROWSUP, you get 15% off on your next flooring project. So reach out to them and they will take care of all your flooring needs. Part 2, Arrows Up podcast. A lot of fun recording this one. I always have fun with David and Gehrig. Cool dudes. We do NBA on top. We kind of wrap up the NBA, joke on Kawhi, and then we do just a whole thing on what it's like to be people in the service industry and the final thought. So that's the pod. Hopefully you enjoyed part 1 where David and I talk about House of Dragon. And again, if you haven't seen it, if you're not caught up yet, hold off on it and then go back, as we'll have that one's definitely filled with spoilers. But enjoyed that 2-parter for you today. That's what we're doing here on this on the Arrows Up podcast. We're here creating content for you. We want to entertain you. So thank you for your time. But that's the pod. Thank you for listening. Here we go.
Hey, wait, I have to ask you something. So, because when we brought this up in the chat, you mentioned it, but I was like, I want to hear the explanation. So, you say you didn't like Jon Snow, but you said, and then Adrian chimed in and he was like, is it because he's too emotional? And you agreed, or I think you agreed. But what didn't you like about Jon Snow?
I didn't like how he was the bravest. He was the strongest. He had everything. Yet he was so... He never took it. He never went after it.
Oh.
And he was just always willing to like, oh, it's okay. Oh, it's fine. Like, oh, like... It's like, bro, you are like the guy. Like, this is you. Like, this is you. Like, you are him. And just he just reminds me of Cam Newton in the Super Bowl where there's a fumble and he's like, you're like, Cam, you're probably as big as anybody else on that football field, bro. Like,
yeah,
come on, partake.
Yeah, but I feel like
Partake.
the bastard element really got to him.
No,
I
I
feel
know.
Yeah.
But it's just like, I just wish he was just a little just a little more just like, like, let me go for it. Let me just do it.
Yeah.
I didn't like how ultimately they made his character a wimp. And I didn't like
it's not that he's the wimp, it's that he doesn't like, how do I say it? He's the classic example of the guys that like have all the intangibles, but they don't actually thirst for like mayhem or glory, I guess. You know?
I guess in that realm, in that universe, to me, it's like, well, then why are you here? If you're not gonna thirst for it, if you're not gonna go for the glory, then why are you here? And I think that was like my biggest.
Do you like Damon as a character? Like Damon?
Damon's a very interesting character. I think he's too crazy. He's too careless. He's too
Yeah, he's reckless. Yeah, yeah.
like he's consumed by the fact that his brother was king and he never was. And that's what makes it like that's not gonna work. It's the same thing with Aemon. Like you're too consumed by this.
Yeah.
And
Damon does have some subtle heartwarming moments where I'm
he
just like, all right,
does.
maybe there's a heart in there, you know?
But then every single it's always it's always followed up by a moment where like, yeah, you see, you are a piece of crap, bro. Like it's never this was the moment. It was like this happened and then this happened. And you're like, oh, okay, so this is all fake. This isn't real. And like he does stuff that it's like everyone knows he did it, but because no one actually has proof he did it, you can't really do it.
Right. Like when they're like, yo, someone chopped off that baby's head. Who orchestrated that plan? They're all looking at him like the Popeyes kid. They're like, I
Like we
think
know
we all
it's
know
you.
who, yeah, who sent the guy, bro.
Or when his like wife dies, and it's like, I mean, she didn't just fall off the
Wait,
horse.
first wife? Oh, the first wife,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And he's just
Yeah.
like, okay, all right. We
I
know.
think I think Damon's my favorite character. I
Is
love how
he
savage.
really
I love how
interesting?
savage he is. He's got so many moments where he pushes the right buttons and he knows.
Yeah.
Um, like like when well, like when he beats with Otto in that first meeting, and he talks about like how his wife passed away, and Otto like he
Mm,
stands up, he's like, whoa, whoa, you know, he's like,
yeah.
or when they show up after they made Aegon king,
Hmm.
and they're like, just bow to Aegon, and your son can be his cupbearer, and he's like, I'd rather feed my kids to the dragons than do that. That was hard. I felt that. I was like, dang, bro. He's like, and he's always ready to fight. He's always just like, dude, if you want to do this, we can do this right now. And I'm like, you know, I feel like if John did have those impulses and those like because he has those abilities, he'd be like someone like Damon. He'd be like too hot headed and like
Right. Right.
you know.
Yeah.
And I like them both, but I see like I definitely see the flaws like in each one. Where I feel like Jon Snow reminds you too much of like Superman in a sense, all the powers, but he's too much of a softie for you.
Yeah.
But I feel like you need that because if Superman was like more I don't know impulsive, I guess it's like he'd be dangerous. Like imagine if he were to just feed off of like rage and just like actually he'd kill a bunch of people because of his powers.
I know,
There's an
but
episode where
you just
Superman
need a
fights
little bit. You just need a little bit, not a lot.
yeah, yeah. But you got to know when to unleash it. There's an animated show where
That's why a
Superman
little
fights
bit he would know. He would know.
he fights with Darkseid. Darkseid's like this like he's almost like a like Thanos-esque kind of
Mhm.
character. And Superman like lets loose and he's just like, oh dude, he's like you can actually I can fight you all out. He's like, and you can take it. He's like, when I walk around Earth, he's like, I feel like I'm in a world of cardboard. Because if I
Superman says that.
miscalculate and do something wrong, he's like, I might kill somebody.
Superman says that.
Superman says it to the bad guy, and so he actually starts fighting him because the guy's like he's another super powerful being. But he's like, oh, you can take it, big man. He's like, I can hit you as hard as I want, and I don't have to feel bad because. But it's like, but on Earth, it's like if I sneeze too hard, I could kill somebody. I could just and then so.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had to ask because I was like, I thought maybe it might have been like the Luke thing before Luke becomes a Jedi, where like he's just too emotional and just lashes out.
No, 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 no.
But I was like, John did have those moments, but he reeled it in.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah,
Maester Aemon was like, dude, you can't just run off. You made an oath, you know. Or
yeah,
Sam always like levels him out. He's like, come on, dude, chill out.
yeah, yeah. Sam is cool.
Yeah.
But Gehrig, it's good to see you.
Hello. How's everyone
Yo,
doing?
we're doing great.
Yeah, good.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
We just finished discussing some House of the Dragon episodes.
Okay, good. I'm glad I wasn't here for that actually, because I'm behind. I need to catch up.
Yeah,
All
nice.
right, good, good.
Um, okay, so I want to kind of clean this up before we get into what we're going to talk about. The Celtics won the title. Kawhi just wanted to take a picture with Team USA and was like,
That
actually,
I just read that
was that
right
for,
now before I hopped on. If that's not the most expected, we could have all, if you were betting, if I mean, it just is so typical.
he
It's
was just
so
like, can I just wear the new Team USA jerseys?
He's
Run
like, those new jerseys
and
look
like,
sick. Let me just let him know I could play on that team. But I mean, you guys know that's like a long time for me to have to be healthy and like that's a month straight of consistently being on a basketball team. I don't think he'll ever be a healthy basketball player ever again. I just think that's where we're at. But that's why it's kind of like we have to stop including him in these things. He's not a Team USA guy anymore. He's no longer in that top 10 player in the world. This guy, you know what I mean?
you
These
know
things,
what's weird about Kawhi is I agree with you, but it's like he'll play a month and
I know, and it'll look like he's the second best dude in the whole
you're
world.
like, I don't know if there's 10 dudes, I don't know if there's 5 dudes better than this guy. And then the
100%.
week later, he's like, yeah, I'm not gonna pay for 3 months. So you're like, all right.
Yeah, literally after being like looking great, he's just like on my knee. And you're like, is there something? Yeah, it's just kind of been bugging me for a long time. I can't.
Yes, but what's the diagnosis? It's just I don't know my knee.
Yeah, my knee.
And you're
He's
like,
like Mike
what does that
Tyson
even
when he
mean?
broke his back. He's like spinal. He's like, I broke my back. He's like, well, what do you mean, Mike? And he's like, it's broken. I don't know what to tell you. It's like, dude, come on, man.
Source, trust me, bro. That's the source. Just trust me. My knee hurts. And you're
Yeah.
like, okay, sure, whatever that means. Um, so
Who
the
do you replace him? Who do you replace him with, would you say?
well, they're gonna replace him with I think Derek White. I would want Paulo Banchero. I think
I,
he'd be.
yeah, good call. I like the power choice.
But I think they're gonna pick Derek White.
Yeah, which I'm all right with that because we already
Yeah.
have so many superstars. Getting a guy that'll just come in and hit open shots and play defense probably isn't the worst thing. I think you've already
Mhm.
got enough alpha. I think you got enough of all that
Yeah.
going on. Ant's
Um,
coming out saying he's the number one guy already. There's plenty of guys that are going to want to take shots. So
yeah.
have
I wish Ant would. I love Ant, but I wish he would like take a little, like, just a little dose of like humble juice. Just chill, bro. Like,
at 22 years old saying you're the number one option on a team with LeBron James,
yeah,
Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Jason Tatum, who just won a finals, and
yeah.
Joel Embiid is just kind of like probably not though, probably not.
Especially when last time we saw you, you were too tired at 22 years old to play four quarters in a basketball game. Like, I don't know. I don't know if you're the guy that I want.
Yeah, it's like Tatum would almost be better off coming in and saying I should be the number one guy. I would be mad. I wouldn't like it, but at least he's like, I just came off a championship.
Yeah.
And whether I won the finals MVP or not, I'm the best guy on that team. I won the championship. I could be the one where and it's like, dude, you lost in the second round. You can't then come off that and be like, best guy in the world here, better have the
Yeah.
ball.
The thing that I was shocked by so they did a poll with the Team USA and they said most of the players voted LeBron as the best player on the team.
Yeah, crazy.
I'm like, really? And then I looked at the roster and I'm like, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Close. I mean, you would say like in the regular season, Embiid over the last few years is better, but when games matter, do you actually trust that? And maybe not. And then
Yeah.
KD, I would say it's like I feel like at this point he's KD's aging out kind of at the same pace he is, and LeBron's always
Mhm.
been a little better. It feels the same. Tatum, I still think LeBron might be better than Jason Tatum in
Yeah, and then
terms
it's like
like
Steph, and it's like,
I know it's close everywhere. It's like you couldn't, and they voted it after they practiced with him. The
it's
vote happened like after everyone practiced. So you got to
yeah.
think they got to like through a week of practices, and everyone was like, "Dude, he's still LeBron, basically."
I thought that was crazy because I did a pot on it, and my choice was Tatum, but it was like I don't even feel good about it. But
No, you don't at all. If that's
if
your
I'm
answer,
like listing who the top players are, Tatum is before LeBron if we're thinking 82 games.
Yep. Yeah, in
And,
the NBA season, Tatum ranks higher than LeBron right now,
and
but
I'm like,
for an
but
Olympic run, I don't know.
yeah, and it's like for a month, who would I rather have in a month?
Probably LeBron.
And it's like, but he's 39, like 39-year-old LeBron or 40, I don't know, 40. Yeah, so that was shocking. But then you look at the roster, like, yeah, I guess that like is Team USA regressing? Is that where we're at? Like, I don't
Well,
know.
I just think we're at a point now where the best three guys in the world are all foreigners, so we're not going to have one of the best three guys on the
Yeah.
USA team. So immediately you're starting at, and it's like most people would say Embiid is the fourth best guy. So naturally you could say, I guess Embiid's the best guy on the team, but I think all of us have our Embiid doubts a little bit at this point. Although I
Mhm.
could see Embiid in the Team USA thing just dominating for the whole time, just being way too big and strong for anyone and
Yeah.
not having to have that pressure because we're going to be up enough that he's just like killing everyone. So maybe we'll leave and it'll be like, oh, Embiid was the best guy. Or it'll be the Barkley thing with the 92 team where somebody random will lead the team in scoring. Or like, Wade in the 2008 team with Bron and Kobe, Wade led the team in
Right.
scoring as the sixth man. So it all kind of can work out, not how Melo is the greatest Olympian ever. You know what I mean? It's not always just
Yeah.
the best guy. It's a lot of
Right.
times different guys' games kind of translate better to Olympics, I feel like.
Yeah. Yeah. So I wanted to clean that up and kind of close the NBA season with that. But we're here to talk about customers. That's what we're here to talk about. We're here to
Oh,
talk
perfect.
about everybody, anyone and everyone who's ever worked in the service industry has dealt with these humans that you kind of think like, where were you raised? Who raised you? Do you have no like have you ever heard the word respect? Courtesy?
Common
Common
sense.
sense?
Common sense.
Like and it's just and all three of us have worked in the service industry and I saw your Instagram video where Gehrig, where you kind of did the whole skin and you kind of had the filter of the old woman and all that. And I'm like, this is what it is. Like it is when you haven't, if you've never worked in the service industry, you'll see some of these skits and these videos, and you think, well, that's an exaggeration. And then
Not
you
by a ton.
and then you work in the service industry, and you think, like, dude, there are
You're like,
people
no, yeah, that happens. Yeah, that
like
was last Tuesday
this is
with so and so.
this
Yeah.
is a real person. Um, and so let's start with I guess let's start before. So before we worked in the service industry. Did you guys look at service industry workers differently? Because
Go
I know
ahead.
I did. I know I had not that I didn't respect, but I didn't think I paid no attention. I had no I had no sympathy, but I also wasn't like a jerk. And then you start working, you're like, dang, like if I do this at this time, this means this for this person. So I'm not gonna do
It
that.
changes the whole way you got to eat at places. It changes the whole way at what time you'll go into a business, all of
Yes. Yes.
The way you handle like a mistake in an order, maybe you're just like, I'm fine with the home fries. I didn't need the hash browns. It's
Yeah.
okay. That's okay. Yeah, I think I was kind of just like oblivious to it. Like I didn't think about it
Same.
either.
Same.
I think
Yeah.
I had an idea that it kind of sucked, but I didn't know how bad it sucked. When you got to deal with those personalities, um, and yeah, so it was just kind of like whatever. But then once I started doing it, I was like, oh, this is terrible. Like some people suck, you know. So
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah, I grew up in a restaurant family, so I was pretty like aware of it kind of early on. My dad's been working restaurants since he was 19 and now owns the spot he's worked at since he was 20.
Yeah.
Um, so I definitely grew up being like going to restaurants and mom and dad being like at least like being knowing to be like polite and aware. I think the thing that changed when I started working in them at 17 was you really see the behind the scenes and like what you talked about. It's like, oh well, if they close at 9 and I come in at 8:40 and I don't order till 8:50, that means the cook's not done making that food till probably like 9:10.
Yeah.
And now he maybe even had stuff closed. And now because I can, you just start to see the whole thing a different way. And I think that was the biggest thing it did for me. That and also I mean tipping, I always knew tipping, but
Yeah, yeah.
understanding like what a good like how it makes a difference. Those kind of things. I mean, I always knew to tip 20% and stuff, but just like knowing you can tip a little extra and that'll da da da, or like on a drink, I'll throw an extra buck down because I know that makes a huge difference to someone, even though it's literally
Yeah.
$1 and it doesn't really make any difference to anyone. But it just feels those little things that you kind of learn over time, I think, are a big part of it. It is, yeah, it's a very, like David said, it's you get in it, and the other thing you notice is just like what you said of like the who raised you guys.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
you really get in there and you're kind of just like, oh, this is crazy the way some people will talk to you as if you're just like not even a human being.
Yes.
My thing
Yeah.
is always just like it's one of the few jobs that people will come in and just like if the most minor inconvenience happens, they think they can just be like actually rude to you.
Yeah.
And you're like, where else is that a thing? And where
Yeah.
else could I just come in a bad mood? And then that's your fault because you work at this place.
Yeah.
People are like, I'm hungry and mad.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take it out on you. And it's like, that's what? Imagine going into a mechanic and having that same type of attitude. That's just, it doesn't work. I keep thinking about these people that come in and have like 9 to 5 jobs at offices and then just make your life miserable for the hour they're in there eating. And you're like, where do you work? I'm
Yeah.
coming into your place and I'm doing the equivalent of this to you. I don't know what version
Yeah.
of that is
Yeah.
in your line of work, but
Mhm.
whatever would be really annoying for an hour, maybe it's a phone call and you just, I don't know what it is, but I'm hitting you with it at some point.
Yeah. It's just, and I think it's also the entitlement
Oh yeah.
that to me, it's just like, how you're just ordering food or a drink. How on earth are you this entitled?
Yeah.
Like, I
That's the
don't
right word.
understand. That part is crazy to me. The entitlement of you do know you don't own this place. This you're not the boss. You're not. And then I think the line that I hate, and to this day I hate when people say, "Well, you have a job because of me," and it's just like,
Ah.
like you,
Not really.
like you could burn, bro. Like honestly, you could, like,
Yeah, and my job would still be here. It
yeah,
would it would not change one bit of if I show up and pour drinks tomorrow. That's still happening.
yeah. Um. So
I
I'm
hate the one that's the customer is always right. I'm like, let's pump the brakes. Like,
Typically not actually.
yeah, I'm like, no, let's no. Yeah, that one grinds my gears. I'm like, no.
Yeah, especially when the customer says it. Customer's always right, right? And you're like, I'll
Yes.
roundhouse kick you across this bar right now.
Yeah.
I don't care how right anyone thinks they are, dude. Uh,
it's in my experience, uh, pizza delivery guys are probably the best guys in terms of they get the best service, they get the best reception. I did
oh.
pizza.
That's an
See that?
interesting
Yeah,
theory, and that kind of makes sense because whenever a pizza guy shows up at
you're
your
never
house,
upset at the pizza guy unless he's
it's always a positive
You're
exactly.
thing.
stoked.
Even if
You're
it's taken
stoked.
a while, all
Yeah,
you thought was, oh, the guys at the store took a long time
yeah.
to make the
You never
pizza.
blame the pizza guy. Yeah,
Nope, you never blame that guy in the car. You just tip him his money and you say thank you.
yeah,
And half the time that guy gets invited into the house to take a bong rip or have a drink with whoever ordered the pizza. So that guy, that guy,
yeah,
you're right. He kind of does get the best reception just off nothing else being involved, but just off what his job description is and what
yeah.
he's.
Exactly. I remember I showed up to this lady's house. I showed up and I picked the car and I'm walking. towards the house, and I see, and there's like clothes all over the lawn. And this guy and this girl are yelling at each other, and it's like,
Oh,
and I'm thinking like, this better not be the house I'm delivering pizza to.
of course it was.
And they're like yelling and and then the guy sees me, whatever, and the girl, a little kid sees me. It's like, "Mommy, the pizza's here," and she's just like cussing this guy out, and then she looks at me, she's like, "Oh, hey, how much is it?" I'm just like, 21.95. And she was like, all right, hold on. And I'm like, all right. And she goes, gets the money, gives it to me. Thank you so much. Blah, blah, blah. I give her the pizza, blah, blah. And then I'm walking out, and then she comes out and she starts yelling at the guy again. And I'm
Right
like,
back to it. Let's go.
this thing's terrible.
Bro, she put it on pause for the pizza. I love it. That's the power of food right there, man. Showing up. You're like, thanks.
That's when I learned. That's when I learned nobody's ever mad at the pizza guy. The pizza guy could do no wrong because I had the food, and so I had the uniform, and it's like, no, this guy's good. This guy brings good things to
Yeah, this guy brings
me.
happiness to our house.
Dude.
Yeah, the mail guy brings bills. The pizza guy brings pizza.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
And then so you get those guys that I think are on their own, just obviously you do get like the weird stories, like when I shared you about that lady that was taking care of the kid, and she just had no, she wasn't even on Earth when I was talking to her.
Yeah, she didn't know what to do at all. She gave you like
Yeah,
did she give you like 100 or something? And she's like, yeah,
yeah.
you're
And
like,
she's like, I
wow.
don't know,
right. Yeah,
what do I
yeah.
do? What do I do now? And you're like,
And you're like, oh, I think what you need to do is hand me that child, and I'm calling CPS. I think that's what you need to do.
yeah. So it's those stories are always interesting. The only people that are not happy to see you are dogs that are just like, wait, there's a stranger, he's here, and they bark.
Right.
So that definitely didn't help my just my feelings towards dogs working at Domino's one day.
That makes sense because I've seen like I've known people that work at like FedEx or like UPS, and they're like most dogs like they're gonna want to attack you.
Yeah.
I do see a couple that are like if they have the same route, they're really cool with the dog and they're homies, and they're like, hey, I'm gonna go see like Rufus today. Like I'm gonna make a stop at his house, and they take a little video and they put it on their story. It's like, oh, I saw Rufus, I saw the homie, and then but most dogs they want to rip your head off, or they just, they can't shut up when you pass by.
Yeah. Um so then we get to like everybody else, and everybody else is in this, we're in this, you're in the same boat where you get the same entitled person that comes in. Uh, so let's do. What are some of the things that you guys have experienced that kind of just tips you off, that gets you the most upset and triggers you immediately?
My big dude, and this is so small, but it just for some reason has like always been the thing that just bothers me. Not at the place I'm at now, because now I'm at a dive bar, so it's a whole different vibe. People
Yeah.
just sit and come in and whatever. But at a
Mm-hmm.
restaurant where they serve food, where
Yeah.
someone comes in, walks into the front door.
Right.
There's no host standing at the stand at the moment, and then they just go sit at a table.
Mm-hmm.
No menus, no anything. Sit at a table with their hands crossed. And then when the server comes up to the table that's in their section, sitting there with no menus, and they kind of like, what's up? And then they're like, oh, we just sat down. No, can we get some menus? Nobody gave us menus. And you're like, oh, did they not? Well, did you talk to anyone? No, we just came and sat down. Okay, well, that actually isn't even how you get food at Burger King. So
Right.
I don't know why you think at a place with a stand up front and multiple employees working here, that kind of just goes into the entitlement thing where it's like, I feel like they're just like they'll figure it out,
Yeah.
and it's like, just and like ordering stuff that's not off the menu. It's more just like, yeah, that and anything that kind of falls into that category of that entitlement where the customer's just like doesn't know what's going on actually, but then there's just like they'll figure it out. And you're like, you don't even know what the inner workings of how any of this happens.
Yeah.
So it's like the scene I always think of is there's a Family Guy scene where Peter goes to a restaurant and he orders shepherd's pie. And they're like, oh, we don't have shepherd's pie. And then he goes through and lists off every ingredient in shepherd's pie. He's like, well, do you have carrots? Do you have duh? Do you have duh? And they're like, yes, yes, yes. He's like, sounds like you can make shepherd's pie then. And I'm like, that is like literally, that's restaurant customers kind of there. Like they just want special treatment a lot of times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, David?
Man, I got a story for the because you mentioned the word like entitlement, and
Yeah.
this one story sticks out. Doesn't have to do with food, but and this happened years ago. But we had a we have tennis courts and reservations for said tennis courts to go and play, and so people can call in to make reservations. They can make them online ahead of time, and they get feisty. Like if someone goes over by 5 minutes on their time, they're like, "Yo, they're on my court," and it's like Bob, relax. They're done at 9, and your reservation's at 9:15. Relax. So I had a lady who someone else screwed up her reservations. She wanted to make two, and whoever she was on the phone with only made the one reservation, and he didn't make the second one. So she showed up on the day of her second reservation, and we had some people that were visiting from another place, and they had a reservation out there. So all the courts are being used. There's no courts available,
Right.
and so she comes in, and she's like, she goes out to her court, and she's like, "Oh, there's someone already out there." She comes in, and we're like, "Oh, I'm sorry, like they made that reservation, blah blah blah. There aren't any available right now. That's just, you know." And she's like, "What? That's ridiculous. I called the other day." And I was like, "Well, who took the call?" And she's like, and it was a new guy. And so the new guy just watched it, And she went and like, she was like, just like, scowling. She comes back and she's like, "Wait, I know what we can do. Like, I have a solution." So I was like, "Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Let's see what you got." And she's like, "Yeah. So since the people that are out there on the court aren't members of the club," she was like, "and I am, you can just kick them off. You could just tell them to leave." And me and my coworker that were there, we were just like, that's terrible. That's not how that works. I can't like
Right.
they've paid to come in here already and they made a reservation now. But I could tell in her eyes, she firmly believed that what she suggested was like, she's like, "Yeah, I'm a member here, so I can just
Yeah. In her
like
head, it makes sense. Yeah.
they don't matter. They just." And I was just like, "No." I was like, you you're not playing tennis today. Like I apologize that whoever took your call the other day like messed it up, but it's like,
So you're gonna make it through this one day.
right.
In your like ability to pay for athletic club life.
Yes,
I'm
gives
gonna
off
say
like
you don't have your struggles are okay. And one day of no tennis, you're gonna make it.
you're gonna be fine. I swear you're gonna be fine.
I promise. I
And
promise.
yeah, and she was like,
Wimbledon will wait. I promise.
yes, she was hysterical. And she went at that point. We still talk about this story to this day. Like in the halls, we're just like, "Bro, remember that one lady?" We're like, "No."
There's always the legendary one where it's just like,
Yeah,
shit,
and
there'll always
she
be
came back.
references.
She came back a few hours later and like apologized because we were just like, "Bro, like we're just here today. We didn't talk to you on the phone yesterday. I, my manager can like offer you like a free smoothie,
Yeah.
like on your account. It's like, or a Cliff Bar, but that's about it. It's like you're not playing tennis today, and like you said, it's like you're gonna be fine."
Well, I think that's some of the worst behavior too. Why talk to somebody? Okay, but they're not here. You're not talking
Yeah,
to them.
exactly. It's like
I don't know what you want me to do.
messed that
I
up.
Is their name my name?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, that one is like working at Starbucks. We would come and like, oh yeah, I spoke to somebody at 10 a.m. and I did the overnight shift, and it's like midnight, And like, why didn't you come at 10 a.m.?
Yeah.
You talk to, I don't know, you talk to Mary. Well, Mary's here at 10 a.m. I don't know I don't know what you want from her.
Mary went home at 4. You had till
Yeah.
then to come in.
Mary
Like,
lives a different life than I do. I'm here pouring
Yeah.
coffee at midnight. All right. Me and Mary don't do the same thing.
And the way what would happen was because you had an overnight crew. I didn't know many of the people that worked the day
Yep.
shift. I'd never seen them. I heard their name. I would see them, but
They're myths. They're
they
like, oh, I
could
heard
they
of
could walk in, and I'd be like, that's just another customer to
You're like,
me.
can I help you? Yeah. Like, what can I do for you?
And you would get these people that come, hey, does Mary still work here? Like,
Like, who the hell is Mary? You're like, yeah.
yeah, like I've never seen them. Well, they said that I could get a drink. Well, Mary's not here. Maybe come when Mary's here. I don't.
Yeah.
That part always like would set me off because it's like, well, I don't know what you want. That person is not here, and maybe you did talk to him, maybe you didn't. I don't know, but they're not here, and that part always kind of just would get me so upset. Because there's
Yeah.
nothing you can do with that, and they clearly just want something free, and like, well, I can't help you. There's
You
nothing.
ever get the regulars that go at like specific times, like every day, same time every day,
Mhm.
and they see you there, and they're like, "Oh my god, do you ever go home?" Ha ha ha! Ha. And it's like, I'm here because you came to get coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to be here. I don't maybe don't want to be here, but I have to be here because you come in every day. It's like,
Or the ones that the regulars that suck are the regulars that expect everyone to know the regulars. And so like when I first
yes,
started working at Starbucks, this lady came in and she was a regular.
like, I'll have my usual.
Ye- Legit.
Yeah,
And I'm like, well,
what is that? You're like, what that is? Yeah, like,
it's like where everybody here knows it. And I'm like, well, I'm new. I don't
yeah.
like, I'm sorry, the
Yeah.
manager had me fill out the information. I had to give her my social security number. She trained me how to make drinks. I'm sorry, your drink didn't make the list.
It's like I don't even have a punch in number. I gotta use the sheet. I gotta use the like analog. You know what I mean? Like I can't log into the
I'm
system.
not even using my own register yet,
Yeah.
lady. Like,
Yeah.
you think I
Yeah, I'm
know
not
what
even.
you
They
ordered?
literally don't trust me with my own register, and you think I know your special drink?
Yes,
That's for mine,
bro.
And she gave it to me all upset. And it's like, I don't know you. I have no idea who you are. And that would happen so
Oh
much
yeah.
with the new people. And I'm like, what is wrong with you? Like, do you think like people, you think the most important thing in my life is remembering your drink? Like, oh, I
It's
can't.
so far down on my list.
Yeah. Like,
It's
it's not even
way at the
on the
bottom.
list. And it's
Yeah,
just like,
yeah, yeah.
it's so crazy. Just that whole thing of just that entitlement. I think it's more so everything else. The entitlement of, I get it. You come here a lot. You have probably 2,000 points on your Starbucks app. Good for you.
You're cool with the rest of the staff that's been here like longer. They're like, yeah, I get it.
Yeah, but I just
Mary at 10 a.m. loves you. I get it.
yeah.
Like it's 6 p.m. Like I'm closing over here. Like, come on, man.
Dude, that's how I feel right now at the bar. Like you'll get that like a daytime person or whatever, da da da, or like so and so. It's like, hey man, it's 1 in the morning right now. Things are just a little different, you know?
Yeah.
It's 1 in the morning and everyone's drunk in here. So just the vibe of what's going on right now might be a little different than it was earlier.
Yeah, it's what's fun. What's also interesting when you're working like in the service industry is the coworkers. So you'll get the at Starbucks. Sometimes you would get a morning person who would pick up a shift at night. And
Right.
They're all out of
he's
whack.
like, oh, we don't do that in the morning.
They're like, you do that way? So
And
like,
you'd be
oh,
like, well, the sun isn't out, so
Yeah.
we
You're
do
like, well,
things
welcome
very
to the big
differently.
leagues, huh?
Yeah,
yeah,
Welcome to the bigs.
yeah.
because
We're a little more broken over here, all right? It's late.
yeah, because we had less help. You would have less staff in the evening,
Yep.
And so if you were taking someone's order, you had to take their orders, get their food, and you had to do their own thing.
Yeah.
And you had this person picked up a shift at night. I'm making drinks and and the line is like long. And
Yeah,
they
yeah, yeah.
just making drinks, boom, boom, boom. And then she's like, can someone get my food? And the shift and myself, we ignore her because we think like she knows it's only three of us here. Like that's
Yeah,
it.
who's he talking about? Can someone make food?
Yeah, there's nobody
Yeah,
coming.
one of us.
We are the reinforcements. That's it. Like there's nobody else coming. And she says again, hey, like, can someone get my food? And I'm like, that's your job. You need to get your own food. She said, oh, in the morning, somebody gets it for me. And it was just like,
Check that watch, sweetheart. I don't know what to
yeah, I
tell
don't
you.
know. It's 2 a.m. I don't know. Like, I get technically it's the morning, technically.
Yeah.
Uh, it's only
In
three
8 hours from now, you would be correct.
yeah, it's three of us. She's over there scrubbing floors. I'm here making drinks. Guess what? It's you. Like, do the math.
Yeah, it
Come
seems
on.
like you're doing the food.
Yeah, it just
And you think you can just pull someone like out of your other? Oh, there's another employee
yeah.
in cryostasis in the walk-in. Let me go wake him up, and yeah, they'll grab your
Yeah.
food. Like that's
Yeah, we
Oh.
forgot about him actually. I forgot he was sitting
Yeah.
back there.
Yeah, so
He's like on a
that
3 hour lunch. Yeah, just
it's just so that part is interesting too.
The forever war between night crew and day
Oh
crew
my
in any
god.
spot that has both is the funniest thing because it's just
Yes.
like day crew people, like they just, they're done at a normal hour and they get in at like they're usually there at like, a reasonable
They're
hour,
that's it.
friendlier.
No.
friendlier. Everyone's just a little more patient, da da da. But, and the war to me is always the daytime people, especially at restaurants, because your daytime people show up an hour before the restaurant opens, half hour minimum. So they're like they get there sipping a coffee, headphones in their ears, polishing silverware, doing some easy prep, making sure everything's set up.
Holding some
Nighttime
napkins.
guy shows up, the restaurant's already open. You get tossed in, you just start
Everything's on
working
fire.
immediately.
Yeah.
You work until the place closes, and then
Yeah.
you clean. And then the war always is the next day. You're the nighttime guy, and you get a text from the daytime bartender, and he's like, could you make sure there's 8 Coronas in the fridge instead of 6 Coronas? It just I ran out a little earlier than I like to. And you're like, hey, dude, I got screamed at last night. All right. I got screamed at. And it took me an hour and a half to
Oh my
close because it was so
god.
messy. I think you can grab the 2 Coronas from the back.
Yes. Yeah.
It's the classic, like, nighttime crew always thinks daytime crew is
Can
super
you make sure to
spoiled and
prep enough
picky.
food for the morning? And it's like you get there early though, bro. Come on, like
Yeah.
you'll
Yeah.
be fine.
And
You'll be
daytime
fine.
crew always thinks nighttime crew is sloppy and not doing enough. To
They
help
think they're
them get
lounging.
ready
They
the
think you're
next
lounging
day.
around, and it's like, yeah,
Yeah.
like
Dude,
Hilarious.
it's funny because when I worked at the Boiling Crab, which is a spot here in SoCal, and it's almost like Crab Shack type of vibe.
Uh-huh.
And I did I did a shift. I did a few shifts in the morning where I did prep, and it's exactly that. Would show up. I think the restaurant opened like at 11, and I would show up like at 10, 9, 10. And you're just cutting, it's chill, and you're talking to the other people. Hey, what's going on? Blah,
slicing
blah.
some onions,
Yeah,
prepping some corn.
yeah. You're just
Warming up for your day, doing your
Yeah.
back twist,
yeah,
getting your
Properly
stretches
stretching,
in.
staying hydrated. You know.
yeah, you're making the steamed rice, you're getting the shrimp ready, you're cutting the lobster, and you're just kind of like chill. And then I was there, I think maybe up until like through 4.
Yep.
And it's still not picking up yet. So you get one order. All right, cool here. And then when I would work my regular night shift and I'm showing up at 6, and you're showing up and like the tickets are to the floor.
Already, you just walk
Everyone's
into it.
And they're like, you jump on this. And you're like, I just got here. I'm not even warm yet. What's going on? And you're just
Right.
and it's so different. So different. I'm like, man, I love the prep work way more. It's so much easier. Um, But there's something about the night crew. There's something about the night crew that you just it's just you're more loose as the day goes on. The jokes are better because people are more
Yeah, the night
frustrated.
crew is always the more entertaining, funnier, like more fun to be
Yeah,
around crew at a restaurant
yeah,
typically. Because
yeah,
half of the day crew is like a mom with a kid who that she has to work that because that's when her kids. It's like, and the night crew is like a bunch of degenerate people in their 20s usually who don't really know what they're doing with their lives yet, and they're like, "This makes me good enough money that I can pay rent in California."
yeah.
So
The
I'm
jokes
here
are the jokes are a little more inappropriate,
Yeah.
always.
and it's amazing. It's just the best. It's just so it's just amazing the way that works, especially when you get like all guys and it's all dudes, and you're just like if a manager were to walk in here, we're all
This
getting
would be
fired,
problematic here.
and yeah, this wouldn't be good if HR was around.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Have you guys seen? Because I see memes about this, and I've seen like variations of it. But I'm working like a restaurant like that. But there's the whole thing with like line cooks like hitting on like the hostess, and then the hostess is like a lot younger, and like, but they end up like pulling like a young waitress. Like they have that vibe. The line cooks, they're always like flirty with the
Oh,
hostesses or
dude.
waitresses. Is that
Oh,
like
dude.
spot on? Like dudes out there
Yeah.
doing that, like trying to raise them up and
100%.
everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dang.
There's a movie called Waiting that anyone who works in a restaurant or has should just watch. It's like Ryan Reynolds is in it and a bunch of people. It's just the perfect like there's like the older dude hitting on there's like the dude like there's the server who's like in his early mid 20s hitting on the hostess who's like 17 turning 18 and everyone's a little uncomfortable and there's the bus boys doing whippets in the walk-in freezer and there's the angry server who's like smiling to tables and then gets in the back and she starts cussing at
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah, they're
And
gonna be
there's the
like
cooks
just
who don't care that your food is taking forever. It's perfect. Like there's all these characters at restaurants every time because
Yeah.
everyone, especially like veteran restaurant people, all learn how to handle it differently.
Right.
Some people, it's like you just become the guy that doesn't really care because that's how your mental health is better through the shift. Is like I don't care if these customers hate me and they're mad. It's just they don't matter. This doesn't matter. I'm gonna make my money and get out of here. Those people, their service isn't the best. They're no one's favorite server, but they can work the restaurant job the longest and like it not destroy their mental health. There's also like the people that are wildly stressed about every situation that goes on. I
Yeah.
would say I've learned to end up somewhere in the middle where like if it's super busy, I enter a stressed mind frame for a bit and I'm like, lock in, here we go.
Yeah.
But I'm also like, if anyone's really that upset, this doesn't matter that much. We're not doing anything. At the end of the day, I can make them another one. It's all
Mm.
yeah,
okay.
nice.
But
Yeah.
yeah, the line cook hostess thing is for sure. I've watched that happen at almost every restaurant I've worked at.
Yeah.
Come
Because
back here.
it
You want some free
starts,
food? I made something for you.
yeah,
Oh God.
but it also
Always the food. I made you a sandwich, like some special appetizer or something. Like
you need to
classic.
try this. You have to
That's
try
so good,
this.
isn't it? Oh, oh my gosh, that's not obvious.
Because but it starts off because it's like both are playing a game.
Right.
Because it's like, I really need this redone for this table. You think you can do it, please? Come
And then
on.
the cute hostess bats her eyes and is
Yeah, it's
kind
like,
of
come on.
funny.
And you're like,
Right.
all right, hold on. Yeah, let me fix it.
I got you. I got you.
And that's how it starts. So they're both playing a
And
game.
now he's in love.
Yeah. Yeah. She's just trying to get table number 7 their food. But
And
he's
he
thinking,
wants
wait,
attention from
she's
a
totally
female.
into me. She
Yeah,
asked
he
me to
just wants
fix a
some attention.
sandwich. Yeah. And she's just like, I think I could get a big tip from table number 7. He's like, no, she's into me. I got
Yeah.
it. And you're like,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
And that's how all that kind of plays out. They're both playing a game. They're just not playing the same game.
They're playing two very different games.
Dang.
Two very
And she's
different
gonna win
angles.
her game every time, and he's probably never gonna win his game.
And then if she touches the arm, the shoulder,
Oh, it's
He's cooked. He's done.
The
He
rap.
Cooked.
yeah,
He's
yeah,
cooked. We
yeah.
might have an HR violation on the way. Because he's not going to be able to control himself. He's just too excited now.
Yeah. And it always was like, wait, I have a boyfriend. And it's
Every
like,
time.
Or the line cook's married, and it's like, bro, you like, didn't your
That's
wife
always the
drop
one.
off
The
lunch
line
for
cook's
you, like with your
married.
son? Like,
you're like, bro, you have a whole wife. Like, why are you
yeah,
so upset? Like, what? I don't. It's like
Yeah,
the
they're mad
video.
that she like doesn't want to go grab a drink with them. And you're like, and then you see him in the parking lot and his wife's picking him up with his kids in the back seat, and you're like, bro, get your life together, dude. It's a bad look.
stop worrying about Haley. But like, what about like Laura at home, bro, with little Bobby? Come on, like, just like, bro,
Oh
Jocelyn went
man.
home, bro. Plus, she's 15. Calm down. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Oh,
Plus, like illegal. So maybe
yeah.
just
yeah,
like
yeah. It's like
stop.
just
Yeah,
Oh
so
my God.
it's also I think whenever you're dealing with so going back to the customers, I think whenever you're dealing with a customer, and I think one of the things I've learned working in the service industry, but also being a customer, it's never personal. Like if we mess up your order, it's not personal. It's not we hate you, so
I know
therefore,
that's what's crazy about the
like,
reactions
I'm
you get.
sorry, I made a
dude,
mistake. I'm sorry. I don't hate you. I don't even know your
I don't
name.
even know you. I don't care about you. Hating you would mean I would have to care and form opinions and emotions about it.
Yeah, and it's just like, dude, like I'll remake this for you, but
bro.
trust me, I have no hate in my heart towards you because I don't
This
know
happened at
answer
McDonald's
me.
once, but we had a customer that came through the drive-thru that was like diabetic, and he was ordering coffee,
You're
and so
trying to
he
kill
got like
me.
yeah, bro. They made me go get my manager, and they were like, "You're trying to hurt me," and we're like, "Bro, like it, we can make you a new coffee. Just park for 30 seconds. We'll get you a new coffee with whatever you want in it." It's like, but he and I could see he was like, "You're trying to like hurt me," and we're like, "Bro,
He's like, I think the
this,
McDonald's employee was thinking about murdering me, even though he'd never
yeah." It's like,
before I pulled up in the drive-through 30 seconds
And
ago.
there's no way that they would know that I have diabetes either.
Nope, but
bro,
I
the
think
coffee's
they
a
just
dollar and 9 cents, bro. Like, just relax. Like,
yeah, we're trying to kill you over $1 coffee, dude.
yeah, like just
We thought that was the way to get you.
dude. I had a lady once who's I think it was like a new card that like wasn't activated yet, or it was right when the chip was coming out, and not everything had like the tap, and her card wasn't working in the drive-through, so she's holding up the line, and she was furious. She had no other card, and so we're like, "Ma'am, I'm sorry. Like we like you, yeah, you gotta go. You gotta kick rocks." Like, and she tried the whole like, I'm gonna call corporate and bro, I just got this card, and we're like, well, it's not working. I don't know what to tell you. She wanted us to give her the food for free, and we're like, we can't do that. Like this is a place of business. We're not just
Especially
giving
a
out
place
food
like
here.
McDonald's. You said it was at McDonald's?
Yeah, it was like
Yeah, especially like a corporation. It's like, bro, that's not even really on the table here.
Yeah.
Like if you
yeah,
guys go to like a family-owned restaurant, you go through something, maybe, whatever. I had a lady the other night at our place where so whatever, it's one of our regulars. She had $11. She wanted to buy a $13 item. I'm like, I'll eat the $2 for
you're
you.
like,
What?
I got you. It's
Fine.
okay.
It's cool.
Yeah,
You're good. I like you. It's fine. It's like
Yeah.
that's not happening at McDonald's, especially for a stranger. Like
Yeah.
I
yeah,
don't
dude.
know you, and now you think you get a hookup.
Right.
Where does
It's
that
like
happen?
yeah,
Yeah.
In what other line of business does that happen, dude?
yeah.
That's
Let me just
my
yeah,
thing with
just a
food
whole
stuff is
meal.
like no other job does what you guys think you're getting occur anywhere else. And you guys are like, but they serve food, so it's gonna happen here.
yeah.
Go cook at
Just
home then.
just get your kids nuggets from somewhere else, bro. Come on, just
Yeah.
yeah.
Food
The
for right down the street. They got a packet of 100 frozen ones. You can just throw them. It's throw them in your oven. You're good.
the one that was also funny was they have no money, their card is declined. And they're like, I just deposited money.
Oh yeah,
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 like
yeah.
I don't know. Like no, like I just got paid. I remember this guy, his card wouldn't go through, and he had like two others, they wouldn't go through. And he's like, no, I just cashed an $850 check. And I'm like, I don't
Like,
know.
I don't know what to tell you, bro.
I don't know.
Like, talk to the bank.
This
Like,
is
And
this is McDonald's, not the bank, so I don't really.
yeah, and he's
yeah,
just
yeah.
like, no, but I should have money.
You're like, I get that. I
And I'm
hear
like,
it.
I had
yeah,
that happen at McDonald's, and the guy,
I think
so
you
the
should
guy,
too.
there was a Chase ATM like in the
Uh,
same plaza, and this guy actually went and he had like the printed receipt from the ATM, and like it said, and like he's like, dude, like this is my ID, and I was like, bro, I believe you,
But
like
I can't
I
do
can see the
anything.
receipt,
I'm
but
McDonald's
I can't give you the
employee.
food, bro. The
I don't
guy
know
was
I
how to
don't
fucking
work
I
with
rude.
don't know how to
credit
convert this
cards.
receipt to money. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was like, I can
I don't
see
have
that
that,
you're
I
like,
don't have that power. I'm sorry.
yeah. I was like, Julio, I get it, bro. You just, yeah, you got paid, and I see the receipt that you deposited the money, but then, like,
That's wild, bro.
bro, yeah,
Let's see.
I'm sorry, man.
Handing you a receipt from an ATM and being like, make it work.
Yeah,
They said
Make
I
this
have.
money, dude.
he's like, look, I deposited money. I was like, I know, the card doesn't
They
work,
said
bro.
I have money, so you give me my food.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't
It's like,
give
no,
us the
you might
money.
have it, but I also need to have a form of it. I can't just know you have it and then that's good.
yeah,
Yeah, that part is always funny. The part that's also that I've experienced just serving people is when they're upset over the stuff you don't have.
oh yeah,
And you're just like, I don't control that. I'm sorry. I wish
right,
I wish I
right.
had it for you, but I don't. And the whole, well, this other store has it.
Yes, yeah. Well, they have it
Well,
there. And it's like,
well,
well, then go there, bro.
then why are you here? What are we doing? That part's always frustrating. Um, just from that, just the standpoint of I don't know what you want me to do with that information. Um, there's also the component of what is actually friendly and what isn't,
Right.
where
Mm,
you get people that are like
fake friendly.
complain that you're not friendly.
Oh,
I don't know
okay.
what you want me to tell. Like, you're not my friend. I said
Yeah, we're
welcome.
not
I said
pals.
hello. Yeah,
When's my birthday?
yeah, yeah. And it was just so interesting because you would hear yeah, that person is not friendly, and you would ask, okay, but what did they do? Did they say something rude? No, they
Their
just were,
tone.
yeah, and you're like,
Dude, I'm getting that so much at the not
I
like
don't know.
not friendly, but
Yeah.
people being like, you like what like because they're drunk and fired up, and then you're just sober bartending, and they're like, is everything you good? Like, you're like, yes, dude, I'm good. You're just drunk. That's what we got
Yeah.
going on right now.
Right.
You are
Right.
drunk, and you think we're like I don't yeah I don't know. You want me to entertain you right now, and that's just my job is to make you a drink right now. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah.
You ever get the I feel like this one I pertain to Gehrig a little more because it's like family owned, like your pop restaurant, but like you ever get the like the I know the manager, like I know your dad, like I know the and it's like, bro, I know him too.
I live
My
with
Thanks,
favorite
man.
was when I was at my dad's spot. My favorite was at my dad's. You get like an old person that comes up and they're like, I've been coming here for 20 years. I know Steve. I'm like, dude, I've known Steve 27 years.
You're like, bro, I live with Steve. You're like,
I actually,
I
yeah, yeah, I know him pretty good. So that's sick. I just want to like knuckle bump him. I'm like, dude, that's tight, dude.
You're like,
Congrats.
same, bro, same.
Same,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Or Ray, they did my sister too, because Reagan was like, Reagan's been there forever and they love her. And they're like, we know Ray. And I'm like, me too. That's my dog, dude. I'm with you.
I don't like her right now. She ate my sandwich in the morning, but
Dude, it's so funny.
Bro. She took the
And then
last
the one
couple
here
of
we get
bread.
it at Outlaws, I get a lot is like it's a lot of and I love them. They're awesome, you know. But
Yeah.
it's a lot of it's kind of like David, you'll get this. It's North County Cheers, you know, like it's that show Cheers with a North County
Yeah.
the characters in it. So it's a ton of regulars, a ton of the same people. So now they all feel a part of it, which it can sometimes be a little much. They like think they can kind of come behind the bar. They're plugging stuff in behind the
Yeah,
bar,
yeah, yeah.
their vapes and stuff, and their phones are all back there, and it can be a little annoying. But then there's the benefit. I look up at the end of the night, and one of our regulars comes over, grabs a towel, grabs the cleaning spray, and goes and sprays all the tables down and cleans them at the end. And I'm
Nice.
like, all right, I guess that's the trade-off of that
Right.
kind of thing right there.
Yeah.
Of like, I know so and so, but I'll also clean up the table. I'm like, all right, I can get behind that
Right.
a little bit. They're like,
No,
just
for
let me
sure.
charge my vape back here, and I'll wipe a table down at the end of the night. So it's just there's all different sides of it, but you definitely do get, and it's the younger people when they do it. I feel like they're more just like, they're like trying to let you know they like it here and they know someone and this is their place and they want you to know they're here. Da da da. The older people, it's almost like you better treat me right. I've been coming here a long time,
Right.
and I'm like, I'm gonna treat you probably how I treat everybody.
Yeah, I'm gonna treat you the same, bro. Yeah, like just
I get it. I'm new. You've been here a long time, but they also pay me to be here and they don't pay you to be here. So some of that going on right now.
Yeah.
Do you guys do the because like obviously like you have a perception of like service before and after you work there, but I'm a pretty big proponent of like if I go out to eat and then we're done eating, I like to kind of help out with the plates a little bit and like be like, oh, here you go, man. Like just kind of pass them along or like
You're
help
my
stack
favorite
them.
kind of customer, David.
When I was younger, before I knew, I was that crappy little kid that was like against it, and I was like, they pay someone to pick these up, and then I learned that I was like, no, I got like I'm not gonna be a douche, bro.
You're like, they don't pay them enough.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, you hand me
older
your
you
plate,
get,
I'll
you're
stack
like,
it on mine, and I'll hand it to the waiter. So they don't have to awkwardly reach over us and like say, excuse me, like so I'm like, yeah, here you go, man. I got you. Oh,
you can
you dropped the fork? I'll
that
pick up the fork for you,
bro,
like,
that to me is the immediate sign of if someone knows what's up or not, is how they leave their table when they leave. Of like, are there just crumpled napkins and just garbage all over and is stuff on
yeah,
the floor? Or is everything kind of like compiled and like they made it as easy as you're
right.
like,
Who had the biggest plate? That's going on the bottom. There you go. The biggest plate right there. So you can grab it.
biggest plates at the bottom and then each smaller plate into like on
Right.
top, you're like, they get it. They know. I'm not gonna drop this on the way back. I appreciate it.
Good. Oh, all right, good. Because I've had a few homies that like they're like grown and they're like, why are you doing that? And I'm like,
Oh, it's embarrassing. It's
why
embarrassing.
aren't you doing that? I'm
Yeah.
like, bro,
Yeah.
we're
They pay
friends. I'm like,
someone. You're like,
yeah,
that's your whole mentality's all warped right now, brother.
yeah.
I've been out with dude, I can't. That's like the biggest thing of when you work in restaurants and then you go out with homies that aren't restaurant people and like they don't tip well or like they
You
don't
see
talk
that?
to
Yeah.
servers the right way, and you're like almost like feel the need to go up to the server after and slide him an extra 20 and be like, I'm really sorry.
Like, I'm so sorry for that. Like,
Yeah, my bad. I would never. I won't come back here with them. I'm really
yeah.
I'm not bringing this animal with me again. I
yeah.
promise.
We'll go to fast food from now on when we're together. We'll be a fast food thing.
Yeah. Um, yeah. So I think all of it is really good. All of it is. If you work in the service industry, thank you. Thank you for doing that. Thank
I
you.
also think everyone should work in one for 6 months. I
I
almost think it
agree.
should be a requirement to be a person in America, to be an
Yeah.
adult.
Enlist
Like,
in the armed forces at 18 and get a job at at a service place. Yeah.
right. And you can do it in high school. I don't care. You don't have to. I'm not saying this has to be your life because I've done this for a long time.
Just 6 months.
Like, everyone should do this. It's like, that's not what I'm saying at all.
6
I'm
months.
just saying you should work 3 to 6 months in one, enough that you learn how tipping affects people, how just the general flow of a restaurant works, and you'll have more human decency because you'll know what it feels like to get treated like shit on that side, and you'll know you need to not do that.
Yeah, 100%. And sorry,
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was saying, what's the worst thing you guys have been called by someone, like a pissed off customer? Have you guys like
the
worst thing I've called someone?
No, worst thing someone's called you because they think you're.
Oh, bro, I had a regular get too drunk at Outlaws the other day. Someone, I won't say any names or anything in case anyone ever hears anything, but someone who comes in a lot and is friendly with bar staff for sure. and she was just super drunk on the 4th and came in and just like called me. She started calling me like a ginger, she's like, you ginger, fuck, like, started going at me. And then she was like, told me I sucked at rapping, doing all this in front of, and then told me my mom was gay. And I was like, what is going on? And like, I was like, all right, she's drunk, whatever. And she's friends with people. And then at one point it kind of kept going. And like, I didn't let her friend was hammered, almost falling asleep at the bar. So I told her friend she couldn't have another drink. So then she started freaking out on me, telling me I couldn't yell at her friend. And then I just snapped and I was like, yo, I'm like, we're not doing this. I was like, and she might potentially be dating somebody involved in the staff. And I looked at her and I was like, I'm not your boyfriend. I was like, that's not how you and me are talking to each other. That's not the gig you and me got going. That's not going to be our dynamic.
Dang.
Yeah. Had a girl slap me on the ass the other day when I bent over to pick something up, walked by. I turned back thinking it was like one of my bartender homies messing with me. And it was just this like small little 5'2" girl that's in there all the time. I was like in shock for a little. And then I was like, looked at my bartender. I'm like, I think I'm going to pull her over and tell her, like, we're not doing that.
Wait, a customer slapped you in the ass? Like, just...
Yeah, customer. Oh. And so I pulled her over later and I was like, that whole slapping on the ass thing, I was like, don't ever do that again. I was like, because some of the bartenders just they don't care. So like some of these customers think I'm in that same boat. And I'm like, I'll be able to be involved, you guys, but like, I'm not, and she was like,
we're not that comfy. Yeah.
And she looked at me and she was like, oh, is it like a defense thing? And I was like, no, it's like I have a girlfriend thing and she'll whomp you if she saw you do that right now. Like that's more like just a respect thing. So
I had a coworker that acted like she was gonna slap my ass. This is like when I was at Mickey D's, I was like hanging over one of the counters after my shifts, and we had to wear these like tight, like just like dress pants, like black pants.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, my buddy told me, like, dude, oh, like Gloria walked by you and she saw and she was winding up, but you moved thankfully. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, dude. And I was like, bro, that would not have been cool if that would have been. I was just like,
yeah, there's something about as a dude, like a woman just unconsensually smacking you on the butt out in public. You're like, whoa. What just happened?
Someone once, they were joking. I could tell they were joking, but I was kind of shook when it happened. But we discontinued a certain sauce at Mickey D's, and so I told them that we were out of it. It was honey mustard, which I love honey mustard. By the time we were out, and this guy was like, "Hey, so I'm gonna get some nuggets." He's like, "What sauce do you got?" And I was like, "Oh, we got barbecue, the usuals." He's like, "No honey mustard." Like, oh, sorry, we like discontinued it. And he was like, you hateful bitch. And I was like, bro, what? And then he came up to the window and he was like, I'm just messing with you, man. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. And I was like, all right, that was kind of funny. I was like, all right. But when he was so, like, he gasped. And he was like, and I was like, yeah, bro, I love honey mustard too. I know. But
he probably apologized because he rolled up and he saw you and he was like,
yeah, he was like,
I don't.
Yeah,
I was just joking.
I'm just kidding. He saw like a big dude standing in the thing.
Yeah, it was like,
oh, no. You and me are cool.
I think had you been
ranch is fine. Ranch.
Had you been 5'6", 140, he'd been like whatever.
Yeah, different ball game. He's like, actually, no, yeah, the ketchup is fine. I don't need anything special.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not taking any sauce. Just,
fried nuggets. It's fine. I'm good.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
I like that you said that story though, David, because I think that's an important distinction to make for anyone that's listening. I don't want it to sound like there's so much complaining that can be done when you work this line, and that's the fun part of like doing a podcast like this and telling stories. There's also tons of cool people you deal with.
Yes.
And the thing I had a really cool old guy come in the other day at the bar, sat down, tipped well on a couple beers, super chill, chopped it up with him. And he used to bartend when he was in Hawaii, and we were talking about it. He's like, yeah, I did service stuff for 6 years. I get it. He's like, I started to become jaded and I had to get out of it. And me and him were talking about all of it. And the thing we got going on is like, for every 10 bad people you deal with and somebody that says something kind of annoying and you make the little comment under your breath about to get yourself through the shift to make yourself feel better, there's one person that comes up and is super cool and tips
Golden.
off, has a cool interaction with you and is
Yeah.
nice, and they kind of like even it out. Like for every 10 bad ones there are, one really cool person can like equal it out. So that being said, to anyone listening to this right now, just be cool when you
Yeah.
go into
Yeah, be cool.
because it makes all the difference in the world to employees working there.
Yeah. And if you have
we're
a
gonna
sense
give
of
you- and
humor
our
too,
service is better, and
Yeah.
you're gonna get hooked up more, especially like being in a bar. One of the things I'm seeing is like at like a dive bars kind of place is like, bro, there's a little more leniency on stuff. Like I can pour your drink a little heavy if you're cool, that kind of thing. But it's like, if you're a dick,
Yeah.
why do you think? Like I'll get people that aren't that cool, don't tip that good, and then watch me pour a drink, like a full normal size drink, and then be like, a little more, bro. And you're like, and I have a kid that has done it to me a few times. And finally the other day, I'm like, you want to pay for a double? Like, because you can pay for more, because you're not doing anything for me to feel like I should just always be giving you more. And then I'll take a double. Boom, started to pour him a double. I got done and he was like, whoa, 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 that's not enough. And then I just went, watch. Boom, threw a little like one of the like strainer things over the top of his glass, pulled out the actual shot glass like measure thing, poured his drink back into the measure, and was like, look, you see how that's more than 2 full shots?
Yeah.
I had a buddy that says he has a customer that does it, and what he'll do when she does it is he's like, hey, Lisa, look, you see how you wanted more whiskey in your drink than what I poured? Watch. And then he pours the whiskey back into a shot glass. It fills it. There's still a chunk of whiskey in her glass, dumps it in the sink, pours the rest in. He goes, see, you would have had more, and now you want to be picky about it. Like,
yeah,
because it is. It's
that's
like,
the homie discount.
guys,
That's the homie. You got to be a homie for that kind of stuff.
One, you got to be a homie. Two, do you not think I know what I'm doing? Do you not think I know how to pour? You think I don't know what the right amount of alcohol is? I'm a bartender. I know my count. I know what I'm doing here. And so like my irritation is like that's not enough. And it's like, now I have to prove you wrong. Now, because this isn't like
right.
Hook me up a little more. But the minute you say I'm not giving you enough, now I'm like, now you're saying I'm not doing my job well, and I'm gonna have to prove you incorrect on that.
And it's also, let me hook you up. Don't ask for it.
Yeah, that's right. The minute you ask for a hookup, I don't want to give you a hookup.
Yeah, let it come from me. Let me be the one that says, hey, you know what? Here you go. This is for you.
Yeah.
As soon as you ask for it, you're not going to get anything.
You're off the hookup list. Like I'm not. You're not going on my list of names.
You're not that cool.
Dial out. All the people I want to dial out are cool, patient, and nice. That's pretty much how I make my determinations.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, dude. Oh.
Yeah, and that's a good way to like to like kind of wrap it up. Of the complaining is fun, but there are cool customers that make it worth it, and
you can make good money. You can make cool money, and you have flexible schedule, and there's tons of benefits for someone who complains about it. I've worked it since I'm 17. I've worked it for a decade now because it allows, when I was playing sports, it allowed me to be able to still play sports and make money while playing sports. And now when I do music, it allows me to get shifts covered and go play a concert that night. So there's a ton of really good benefits for it in that way.
Yeah, of course.
If you've got other stuff going on with your life, it's a really cool job for that. So
100%. Yeah. Do you guys have a final thought?
Go, David. Come on, give us a heater right here.
Final thought. I don't know if I have a heater. Gosh, someone go first. Let me think.
David has been timid for a while. He's been timid for a while.
All right, I'll give a sports one. I'll kind of go back to Olympics, and I'll give a sports one.
Okay.
Is this the last year of Olympic basketball where we go in feeling like the US is just the outright, like it would be really a shock if they lost? Is this the last year? Is the rest of the world starting to catch up too much in basketball that one of these other countries is going to have 4 good dudes and enough role player foreign guys that know how to fit in around them that they'll be right? Is Wemby on France at one point going to be able to get one because France has enough guys?
It does feel that way. Yeah, it does feel like that.
I mean, we were talking about, right? It was the first time you looked at the USA team and you're like, Oh, there's a few countries that have their best guy is better than our Greece's
Yeah.
best guy is better than our best guy. Slovenia's best guy. Is
Mm.
Jokic even playing in it this year, or is he not even playing in it?
I'm not sure. I think he
They might
is.
not. I don't know if they're.
I'm
I
not,
haven't
not
heard.
sure.
I haven't seen him in any jersey.
Canada's team is good too.
That's yeah. They could. They're usually kind of solid. That's what I'm saying. And like, if he just goes crazy Jokic mode for a game, like, could they? It still feels like this USA team is too stacked to lose, right? It's still. It feels like, but once you're done with LeBron and Steph
Mhm.
and KD, it does feel like we lose a little bit of that like mystique. And
Right.
now you're just like, okay, so next time it's going to be like a Halliburton,
Yeah.
Ant Edwards, Brunson, Paolo. It's going to be all those guys, which is cool, but I don't know. I don't know. Those guys are going to have to get a little bit. Are any of those guys going to be at a LeBron, KD, Steph level of even where they are at now at any point in their career? I don't know.
Well, this is where we need Cooper Flag to be the great American hope.
Is
And
he?
Cooper,
Oh, that's another good final thought. Is he potentially going to be the best American-born white guy since Larry Bird?
woo! Yeah, I think so. I love that guy.
Really?
Well, you go down the list. Nash was Canadian, so Nash is off the list. Dirk is German.
Yeah.
Luka's Slovenian. Like most of the good white guys are like the name I
Right.
kept going to was Gordon Hayward.
Kevin Love was better. Kevin Love
Oh,
was better.
Love. Thank you. There it is. Kevin Love. I would say, yeah, Love. Good call. So is Love the best American-born white guy since Larry Bird?
I think so, yeah.
Because I'm trying to think like who in the 90s were the good white guys. Mullen, I guess Chris Mullen.
Chris Nolan, yeah. Yeah, maybe.
What about
Chris Nolan.
was White Chocolate Eye the Jason Williams? Is
Not
that
good, not in
no.
the he
Not in that upper. Okay, all right, no.
he's the king of a YouTube highlight or like a Twitter clip that comes up and the caption is
Gotcha.
people don't remember how nasty Jason Williams was, and then it's like
Or
a minute 30 of him throwing behind the back passes.
people don't
But this
realize
guy was-
Jason Problem was a problem. And you're like,
Yeah.
well, he wasn't
Yeah.
a problem, but okay.
Yeah, he was cool and he made some good plays. And that
Okay,
elbow
all right.
pass was sick, but like he averaged 6 points a game for a lot of seasons, like he was one of those. But he's also got maybe the greatest highlight tape ever. His highlight tape is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be Love or Mullen, I guess. Chris Mullins,
Yeah,
would
probably
probably
Chris
be.
Mullin.
You would say Chris Mullins, and then of this generation, it was Love.
Yeah.
He has a chance to be the guy. It feels like since Bird, where it's like
Great White Hope. Cooper
because
Flag.
those clips of him at the USA camp, man, that boy can hoop, and
Well, the
he's
fact that he
not
kept that
scared.
team close.
yeah.
And you're like, Cooper Flag. All
And he
right.
was doing, and the thing I liked was like he was showing a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
There were hezzy pull-ups over the top of Anthony Davis. There was a post-up where he got Drew on him and he just turned around and shot over Drew because he's like, I'm 6'11". And then there was the one I liked was he had a play where he like boom, got a bucket, ball gets outletted. He tracks down to AD, contested at the rim, gets it knocked away, sprints full court back down. They miss a shot, gets around another big, tips in a O board, and I'm like, okay, this kid's got a little something to his game right here.
Yeah.
I just like that he seems like he's got a little bit of dog in him. You know?
Yes.
He's kind of mad and angry when he's out there, and I'm like, I like that, especially with like an American-born white guy. I feel like you have that edge is created from your whole life playing AAU around the best black kids in America and being like.
He's good for a white guy.
Naturally get that edge because
Right,
you feel like
Yeah.
everyone's discredit because then it becomes, yeah, he's good. He's good. Oh, he's good for a white boy, and then it becomes
Exactly.
and then that goes on for a while, and then you become the number one player in your grade as a white boy, and then it's like, well, he's not. He's a little overrated because he's white, and then it flips on you, So I think he's probably had the dog in him from early in your career. It's like, you're pretty good for a white boy. And then it's like, I need to get that for a white boy thing out of that. I want that out of that title. Because I remember feeling that as a white guy when you get that guy. Like, you're nice for a white boy. And you're like, it's a cool compliment, but you're also like, I just
What's a
want you
backhanded compliment?
It's like, what is that?
bit,
Like,
yeah,
what do you mean by
yeah.
that? Like, yeah.
Yeah. It's like, you're pretty nice for not having a lot of athleticism and stuff. Like, you've really maximized your physical gifts here. I'm like, you're not wrong, but it does feel a little backhanded. But and so I think that creates it early. And then when you're a guy like him and you become the guy in your grade, it's like now
Yeah.
kids ranked 2 through 20 in your class are all like, man, like they've all got a certain way of feeling about you. You're a little extra hype because you're the cool white guy,
Yeah. Yeah.
but Duke, and it just all feels very whatever.
More oomph.
But I watch him and I'm like, that looks like that's gonna work in the NBA.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he might be the savior. But yeah, I think you're right. I think this is probably the last year, the last Olympics, the US is the prohibited favorite.
I think so. Yeah, unless, like you said, unless he all of a sudden just becomes that guy, and it's like, oh, he can rival Wemby as the best young guy, so we're
Right.
gonna be all right.
Yeah.
Or Paolo takes it. Somebody will have to take a leap where we feel like we've got a guy that is as good as Jokic or Giannis. And right
Right.
now,
Anthony Edwards, I guess, could do that too.
Maybe Ant.
Yeah. So we'll see.
All right. I came up with one in the spirit of customer service and dealing with customers.
Okay.
To the customers, don't bother employees when they're on their lunch or their break. Don't be that guy. Don't ask them for help. Don't hit them with the, hey, I know you're on your break, but don't do that. Like the homie discount, that has to come from the employee if they want to help you or not when they're like off the clock.
Yeah.
So don't be that guy. Let them enjoy their food, their drink, their cigarette, whatever the hell they're doing, and let them be. That's it.
I like it because if you're starting any sentence with, I know you're on your break, but whatever you're saying after that is probably going to bum me out.
Yeah.
So just don't say it. Just give
Because
me
if you know,
20 minutes.
yeah, if you know, then shut up.
Yeah, just no.
Yeah.
I know this is going to suck for you, but I'm going to ask anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
You got term.
My final thought is I wrote it down. I had saved it. And I was gonna use I was like, I'm not gonna use this on any of the solo pods I'm doing. I wrote it down on June 26th.
Whoa.
And I'm like, this is gonna be for what I have, at least David on the pod. So here it goes. Reggie Bush got his Heisman Trophy back.
Nice.
The Fab Five ended up getting all of their, for a while they had all of their stuff taken away, their wins, or all of that removed. Ryan Garcia got his win versus Devin Haney revoked, and now Devin Haney can walk around like we didn't see somebody just break his face.
Draw, yeah.
Yeah.
And listen, you can take away stuff, you can remove stuff, you can't rewrite history. Reggie Bush is the best college football player I've ever seen with my own two eyes. Was it somebody better before him? Maybe. I wasn't watching. So with my own two eyes, the guy that I saw, like, there's no way this isn't fair, is Reggie Bush. And whether the NCAA would have given him his Heisman Trophy back or not, he was the Heisman Trophy winner because that's what I saw. That's what I saw.
Right.
Yep.
Fab Five, you could take away all of their stuff. They were still probably one of the most influential basketball teams.
We know those long black socks and the black Nikes. Look, we know it.
Yes.
Yep.
And Devin Haney, you can walk around and say you're still undefeated. You can walk around and say Ryan did this. You can walk around and say I didn't quit. All you want. We saw the fight. We know what happened. We know that you are not that guy. You're not tough enough to be in this division. You cannot rewrite history. You're not the number one guy. I'm not even a Ryan Garcia guy. He is a complete maniac that I don't think we have enough time to talk about Ryan Garcia. And I'm not going to right now. But Devin Haney, you cannot rewrite history. You cannot tell me, Devin Haney, that you are undefeated because I saw your face be completely destroyed. I saw you make a face of the only other guy that I ever saw, another fighter, the only other boxer I ever saw put another boxer with the same expression was Gennady Golovkin at the peak of his powers when he would knock dudes out and they were just like, what the hell just happened to me?
Yes.
Devin Haney, you cannot rewrite history, or you have a loss on your record. I don't care what your official record says. I don't care what the New York State Commission says. You cannot rewrite history. That is my
We
fighter.
don't care that there was like a grain of sand's worth of Austrian in Ryan Garcia. He still beat you up, bro. Still beat you up.
Yeah,
It's
and
okay.
the crazy thing is Ryan is the victim of this. He's the crib. He's awful for a bunch of other things, but it's crazy that for that he is actually the whoever did the thing was actually their fault, and then he like has fallen off a complete cliff.
He's since gone off the rails. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's like becoming crazy in real time. I feel like each month it just kind of gets more off the rails.
It's wild. Yeah, like the racist stuff,
all of it,
the domestic violence stuff. That's yeah.
It's just he's just looked bad for. He won that fight. It felt like it was the biggest positive he'd gotten in forever. It felt like people was like, oh. He's a real boxer. Okay, yeah, right on. And then so quickly, just over.
Yeah, one of our friends told David and I that we should do a Ryan. What's going on with Ryan? Inside, I'm like, Ryan doesn't even know what's going on with Ryan. Like,
I think that's just a guessing game. You would just be sitting here
that pod would be like, that's crazy, isn't it crazy? Yeah, it's crazy. And it was like, I wouldn't even know what to say. Like, I don't know. Yeah, it's wild. Because we did that. David and I did a little like, what's going on with Ryan, conspiracy. And
leading up to the fight and after the fight. And then after the fight, it was like he said he was joking, but is he? Like, it's just.
And to do a pod on him now would be even more ridiculous because we're speculating on his mindset.
Almost like reality TV at this point.
Yeah, and we don't even like him like that. If we were fans, then maybe it'd be a worthwhile
company. Hitting a whole pod to someone you don't care about. I can't condone this anymore. And I was like, all right, yeah, makes sense. So, yeah.
So, good stuff. Good to see you guys.
Good to see you as well. This is always fun, you guys.
You guys have anything to plug?
Frog and Peach this Friday. 9:30 to 12:30 with the Bomb Cyclone unit. Shout out to the homies. Check that out this Friday. Frog and Peach.
Frog and Peach the day before.
There you go. Yes.
For Ezra Henderson's deluxe album release party. I'm opening up over there, so I'll be there for that.
There you go. 2 nights, Thursday and Friday. No excuse.
Thursday, Friday, hit Frog. You're gonna see just good music back-to-back days. And then I'm running shows until the end of summer, and then I'm taking a little break from local shows at the end of the summer.
So catch them now. I'm just saying.
Pull up now. We got stuff going to the end of August, and then we're gonna take at least probably September, October, maybe November off.
Nice.
Get in the studio, do new music. Just stop oversaturating the local scene for a quick second. We've been given a lot of shows out here, so we're gonna take a quick break.
Nice, Gehrig, I need you available mid-September.
Mid-September will be good. Like I said, if I don't have shows going, it's like with the schedule.
No, I'm gonna be there.
Oh no, yeah.
I need to hang
out. Coming up here.
I need to hang out with you. We need to make this happen.
Let's go. Very down. Yeah, you just let me know when, and we'll get that. Go out and grab dinner, and then film a pod or something.
Perfect.
Yes.
Love it.
All right. I'll see you guys. Later.
Alrighty.
The Other Podcast was brought to you by Triumph Protective Coatings. You can find Triumph Protective Coatings on Instagram, Triumph_Coatings. You can call them or text them 626-436-4702. They offer awesome customer service and they do amazing work. So reach out to them for your next project, and if you use promo code ARROWSUP, you get 15% off your next order. So reach out to them. They'll take care of you. Triumph Protective Coatings. That's the pod. Thank you to David. Thank you to Gehrig. Thank you to Angel. 2-parter. Hopefully enjoyed that. That was a lot of fun. And I will talk to you again on Sunday with Harry if he wakes up. Hopefully. If not, you'll get a solo pod. But I'll talk to you again Sunday, one way or the other. And I'm bringing back the Instagram video, so check those out as well. And that's it. That's all I have for you. I will talk to you again next time. For the Arizona Podcast, this is German. Let's go Sox.